through the Memorial Cup. They were that good. There's a look-see feed. Leak steps in, fires a shot. Now a knockdown off a legging. Puck now controlled by Leak again. Leak third in the league in goals scoring, sixth in points. Tries to dish it off. Board 146 in, and PEI Charlottetown Islanders lead one.
And man, has he ever been stronger for the Islanders. Brings it in off the back door. Nice feed as 72 drives the back post hard. All it took was under 2 minutes for the Islanders to get on the board first here. And this crowd at the Eastlink Center is ready to go. Will Shields pots it home.
Trying to drift it back down. Leak tries to bust in there. In behind the goal, Lozelle for the Quebec Remparts. Stolen right off in front. Campbell touch pass. Right. Save made off that right pad. Nice tic-tac-toe play. Leak 47 wide to the blocker's side of Donald Hickey. In back of the goal. Dorion back high to the right point again now. There's a snapshot towards the goal. Big check there as Charlottetown will smack their man down. Here Charlottetown back in again for Flanagan. Steps in. Save made by Dedejet off that blocker's side. As down on the play there is going to be Ewens. As he said, they lead 1-0 with a face-off to the right of Dedejet with 3:20 left here. And just an update again, a reminder, who do we have between 1 and 2?
Marcus Kiersey, the captain, is going to be with us between
1 minute left in the opening period. Here's going to be Ewens, drops the shoulder, spinorama, pass there. He'll look to hand it back again as Quinn has possession. Back for Ewens and Quinn, 40 feet away, down low off the goal line. Beverage right off in front. Scores! Beverage ties it up on the power play as Quebec City will go 1 for 1 on the manpower.
With the Ramparts, his 19th point. Gets it down low. No one goes to him. Provencher is there. He's got to respect the pass back up to the point for Quinn, and that allows Egan Beverage. Look at all the time and space he's got there. Walks in, stuffs it. That one went off the bottom of the pad of Donald Hickey.
Now here's going to be Ross Campbell, eventually for Ryabkin. Backing it up, Charlottetown. There's going to be McKinnon on side. Here's Leak. Highway shoots. Save made. This one nothing but highway. In back of him, Nathan Leak, and the save made. The middle frame.
Yeah, here's another look at it. Dylan McKinnon goes to Nathan Leak in between the D. Tries to feed one through the 7-hole. Did not hit his spot. That hit.
For Marcus Kiersey, he's 4th in the league for Blue Liners with 29. He's the table setter out there. Right back in again, the steal. Trying to backhand shot. Lozelle fires the shot, and the 5-hole save made by Donald Hickey.
Yeah, too fancy right now for the Charlottetown Islanders. Must have tipped that pass away. Then there's the no-look backhand pass, and Lozelle just burns by Matty Butler, tries to feed a backhander through. Thankfully for the
play, Beaulieu, board side off the left wing, spots his man. Conrad wide open now. Conrad is pushed off the puck. Back we go the other way. Russo, short-handed, steps back in. Save made by Hickey. And this one finally blowing back down again. How the playoffs up.
Yeah, that's just a nice active stick there by Maverick Rousseau Hamel. And he turns on the Jets, tries to outstretch Hickey as Peddle gets in there, gives him a bit of a whack to distract.
Of the opening round of the playoffs before it switches to Quebec City for games 3, 4, and if necessary 5 next week. Easter weekend. There's a shot. There's a flip shot. Kick save. Lightning with a leg aid. What a stop by the Dominator. Big circlet center ice. Voega. He'll give it away. Right back in again. Here's going to be DeRusso on a give and go right off in front. Shot. Kick save again off the right pad. This one. Pad perfection by Donald Hickey. Scores. This one a drifting shot high off the left point. Beverage is going to get his second. It looks like.
First 3 games of the season that Beverage played against the Islanders, he did not register a point. Now he's got 2 goals in the opening period and a half here of this playoff series. It's just worked up to the point. Brennan lets it go. Beverage, great leak.
Now controlling. Here's Campbell looking for Leak. That pass just behind him on that attempt. As the Remparts looking to bring it back. Desnay with that rink-wide feed. Down low in front. Oh, but a save made. This one, I'll tell you what. Big corner again it goes. As we've got Lozelle. Overworks the puck. It's punch free, and here comes Tyler Peddle. Down that right wing. He's going to go into 4th gear. Fires a shot. Scores! Out of nowhere! A winger! Zinger by Tyler.
Takes a walk right down on Cal Ewens. Not going to give him any ice, so he fires it. He's pretty much touching the boards. That's what Paul Drew would call a dead angle for a goaltender. 0% chance that Peddle should be scoring from there. But whenever you got a shot like the Columbus Blue Jackets draft pick, high blocker Dedejet goes palms up. Tyler Peddle goes hands up. Offense all night long, and that's a depth guy that the Charlottetown Islanders have to look out for, as LaBelle on the third line here tonight with Lassell and Russo. They've been effective.
Beverage back in again, shot, save made! This one off the right pad of Hickey, then bleeds just wide as Charlottetown breaks from the scrum off in front. On the short side of Donald Hickey. Goaltender kept back in from 63 feet, again another flip shot off in front, onside, through center ice, showtime! Ryabkin to the goal! Scores! Ivan Ryabkin! And the Islanders lead 3.
His first playoff game. Look at this, head up, Marcus Kiersey right through the seam. How are ya? Blue line and in, Ivan Ryabkin, one head fake, couple stick handles, opens up the 5-hole, slots it home. And Ivan Ryabkin steps up. One knee celly, and what a pass there. Marcus Kiersey, 140 feet right up the ice. And Ryabkin, great job to open up the wickets of Patrick Deneger. What an answer by score 3-2.
Well, again, there's lots of ingredients for teams to have success, one of which is goaltending, but shot in front, they score the other way. Morrison. Again, it's a left point shot that is going to be sent off that high left point. It is a tie game at 3 apiece, but we just, as we were saying, you have to have a guy like Ryabkin. He had 11 multi-point games and 20 starts. Game 1, he's into the multi-point category again. He's 1-1.
Quebec, great answer back there. Charlie Morrison, just the Charlottetown Islanders. They kept everything to the outside, and the Ramparts didn't have a look to the inside.
Alien, here's Peddle wide open. Peddle receives. Oh, my goodness! What a save! Save to look back at, or what?
Well, let's take a look here. Tyler Peddle gets it, dishes it off for Campbell. Campbell gives it right back to Peddle. Deneger dives over. Does he get it? No, Peddle just missed it. Peddle straight up missed the wide open goal. He sniped one from
keeping the Penguins healthy and giving us the updates of what could happen with the Islanders. Here's Campbell right back in again. Leak now. Here's Ross Campbell, tight angle, looking for Ryabkin. 5-hole save, rebound, scores! Ivan Ryabkin! Man, oh man, the 3-point effort here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, Ivan Ryabkin just puts his head down and gets to work. The first shot is stopped by Deneger, greasy rebound, and Ryabkin splits Meyer and Morris. Completely changed the game. Completely changed the game from a dead angle. Tyler Peddle, they don't ask how, they ask how many, and it's one massive goal underlined with an exclamation mark for him here tonight.
Deneger now is ready for Campbell to the goal, backhand shot. Patrick Deneger will make that save. 1 minute left here. Here they come the other way. Net's open to our right. Again now, we've got an opportunity for Quinn to bring it back through center ice. It'll be rolled back in again, swept the other way. 19 seconds left. Here's going to be Meyer. He's going to lob one back in again, in behind the goal. Charlottetown recontrolling. Line change again for Quebec City. They kill off about 8 seconds. All the way down, just wide. Here's Campbell. Scores! Oh, and Conrad.
Defense. He did it against Moncton for a 2-0 Donald Hickey shutout win. He does it here. Conrad hands it off. Ryabkin says, that's mine. Fires it down. And Ross Campbell beats everybody else to it. Ivan Ryabkin, 4